Hello everyone, it's Melinda here with CatSmashPuzzles, and today I'm actually doing a 1,000 piece puzzle. This is called Tag Sale by the New York Puzzle Company, or the New Yorker, and this is my first New Yorker puzzle I've done. I have not done any prior, and I was hoping to get a 500 before the 1,000, but I figured, you know what, it's been a minute since I've done a 1,000 piece puzzle for speed, and I figured this one was an interesting challenge. Now, I looked online, and no one has sped run this puzzle, so I'm the first one, as far as I know, who's done it, or at least recorded it anyway, and so I don't have a good idea of how long this will take me. But let's kind of take a look at the puzzle here. It is very busy. There's a lot of things going on the steps, so this poor dog looks like he's on hard times and trying to sell his belongings. So he's selling all his stuffed animals, his old collars. He's selling his bones. So this poor guy is definitely in need. So he's trying to get rid of some of his stuff. Now, all the variety here, it is very different colors. So you got the red, the blue. So all the items on the stairs kind of break it up, the brown stairs anyway. You have him. He's a black and white dog. Kind of the white doors back here, and then the kind of the gray stairs. So I don't think this is going to be an incredibly difficult 1,000 piece puzzle, but I don't think it's going to be easy either. This is definitely one that I probably would think would be a good team puzzle, but not a good individual solo, because I do think it would take a lot of people way too long. Now, where do I think I will be? Now, my two goals for 1,000 piece are under 3 hours for my general goal, and 1 hour 45 for my pieces per minute goal. Now, I don't tend to stick with the pieces per minute goal for non-competition puzzles if I don't think I'm going to make it. It'll be there as a reminder, but I don't think I'm going to get under 1 hour 45 with this puzzle. I do think I'm going to get anywhere between 2 hours to 3. I think I'll be 2 hours and 30 minutes. That's my prediction for this one. So I will try to stick under the 3 hour mark. But I don't think I'll get under 1 hour 45. Would be nice though. Now, I don't remember exactly where I got this puzzle, but I do have a Goodwill sticker on the back, so I think I got it from Goodwill. And as you can see, it is loose pieces in here, and that is, I'm risking the possibility that there are missing pieces, if not multiple. And so I don't know what I'm kind of walking into. It looks like it's mostly there. It doesn't look like it's missing like 50 or 60 pieces, but I do think that, I have pieces now kind of stuck together. I'm okay with that for 1,000 piece puzzle. So that's going to be my goal. Stick under the 3 hour mark. You know, if I can get under 2 hours, I'll be pretty happy with that. But I kind of want to do a 1,000 piece. Give myself a little more stamina challenge. Trying to get myself, you know, maybe better at organizing. I don't know if this is going to be a good one for me to sort. I can probably sort the gray staircase, the black dog, maybe the green bushes here. This is going to be hard to sort. So might actually be a good, decent pick and place puzzle for me, but we'll have to see. I haven't really quite done a pick and place for 1,000 piece yet. It's always been a sort. So, Tag Sale, the New Yorker, let's smash it. Yeah, I completely underestimated the difficulty of this puzzle. This was New York Puzzle Company tag sale, 1,000 pieces, and I completed this in 3 hours, 26 minutes, and 27 seconds. Unfortunately, that was well over my goal of trying to stay under 3 hours, as well as maybe hopefully I was predicting myself to be in the 2 to 2.5 hour range. This puzzle was, let's just say, more difficult than I was expecting. I think the picture I was expecting to be difficult, but the piece shape was actually throwing me off a little bit. I can't believe I want to say this, but I think this brand is more random shaped than Cobble Hill. Of course, maybe I've just done so much Cobble Hill it doesn't seem like random shape to me anymore. But like again, maybe I'm just not used to this brand. I would like to maybe find a 500 piece puzzle for this brand and see if it's just this painting is more difficult. If maybe it's just this wasn't my style. I don't know. But yeah, I actually did this puzzle over the course of 2 days. I also think I made the mistake of doing it after doing three competitions in one day. I also did the speedrun puzzle from USA JPA, the Quilted Critters one. So I had done 4 puzzles. I'd already done 2,000 pieces already beforehand, and now I'm throwing in another 1,000 piece. So I was going to do 3,000 pieces in one day. And I think that's just a bit much. I will say that right now. So I kind of finished the last hour on the next day, which I definitely went better. Funny story here. I actually have an extra piece. I was looking for this. It's like, it has that blue section on it, and I saw it. But I'm like, I don't see any other spot where the blue section's not put together. And yeah, a Goodwill puzzle actually has an extra piece. I was missing no pieces. It seemed like I was going to towards the end, but I was missing none. Very happy about that. So this is a completed puzzle. I'll be happily be able to share this with a puzzle swap. I do give puzzles that are missing maybe 1 or 2, but once it exceeds 3 pieces, I think it's kind of depends on the piece count. But I do think at that point, I would consider it trash. I know people replace pieces. Maybe that's something I could do in the future, but I do think it's a lot harder to do that once you exceed the 3-piece missing. Now, my thoughts on the picture itself. I'll kind of go through my process. I did try to do this as if it was a 500-piece puzzle, and I think that was a mistake. I think I was just in competition mode, and when I just started doing it, I kind of started to pick and place. I did do some sorting, but I don't think I did enough sorting for this puzzle. I did sort this blue side on here. I didn't realize that was actually part of the picture. I thought that was kind of a design on the box, not the picture itself. So this blue section was a nice, easy start. The New Yorker up here, the text was a bit difficult for me. Again, text is a little harder, but the background colors did make it easier for me. So that came together all right. I did start on the blues. The blues stood out to me because it was very unique. And the greens up here with the grass and the trees. So his food bowl, the ball down here. Some of the whites, little shoes that he had down here was also kind of standing out. And then once I finished the text, the whites were easy for me to put together, so I put the whites in. It's when I got to him, the dog himself, and the brown stairs that it got really difficult. The railing here was also kind of okay. The big one right here on the side was easier, but the railing going down the stairs was a lot more difficult than I was expecting it to be. So once I hit about 2 hours, I realized that this part down here was going to take me a very long time. And I knew at that point I was not going to achieve my 3-hour goal. It was definitely an interesting challenge. I really do look forward to doing this brand in a smaller piece count. I think it'll be a good practice for random cut puzzles, because I do think that this one is a bit more random cut than Cobble Hill. It had a lot of false edges, which I don't have an issue with. That is a little, it tries to trick you up. My only issue with the ones that don't have a lot of like pegs is it's like I'm trying to connect the pieces and they're sliding away. I had this one section, which I believe it was this purple belt down here that just was disconnected, and because I didn't have a knob to connect it, it just kept slipping away from me and slipping just going away from my section, and I had to move it back like 3 times, I believe. And so that was a few sections where I had it in the right spot, but because it wasn't technically connected, it kept moving. I tend to move the surface of the place I'm at puzzling, and I'm hoping that will stop when I learn to kind of lose weight a little bit and try to keep myself from, like, I'm kind of all over the table. Me and Christina were practicing one day. We were on a table, and it was a movable table, and I didn't realize it, but I was shoving the table the whole time, over and over, and I had been pushing her backwards. I didn't realize it. Ultimately, this was a good test of my perseverance and stamina. I do think that this puzzle frustrated me a few times, but got through it. It's a nice puzzle. It's a very pretty picture. Again, I do look forward to doing more of this brand because this was a challenge. It's been a while since I've gotten over 3 hours on a 1,000 piece puzzle. Well, once again, this is the New York Puzzle Company tag sale, which I guess they'll have to sell my stuffed kitty in his collection because he won this time. We did not. Smash it. Thanks so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I will see y'all next time. Bye-bye.